business, Avichai. I have to tell you that from the day that I stepped foot into this Kehillah Kedosha, my life has 100,000% appreciated in value. My family, my children, we are so enriched, coming from a very rich background as it is. Baruch Hashem, we were zochet to spend many years in yeshiva and kollel, sitting by Gedolim, and I could tell you with Lev Shalem, everything from the wisdom that I share with my children from Victor, everything,
the best Victor.
Everything from the Simchat Mitzvot, which I can only try to imitate when I go home. I tell my children one time, I said, you should know, I did a Brit Milah one time on Rosh Hashanah, and the Baalei Brit did not have a sandak. So they were thinking, Beit Knesset of Ashkenazim, maybe they'll auction it off. And they decided, no, they'll just give it to the rabbi. And when I came and I told somebody over here, then there was an opportunity to be a sandak on Rosh Hashanah before Tekiyat Shofar. His reaction, he literally stepped back and he said, there's no amount of money that one could pay for such a zechut, such a mitzvah. And the best that I could do is bring that home to my children. I said, you want to know what appreciation of mitzvot is? And they know, because it comes from House of Torah. And my unfinished business, Abotai, is that because of the Midat HaTzniut in this very special Kehillah, because of the modesty in this very special place, I have no idea who to thank. For the past several years, you have given me and my family a continued connection to Torah that I cannot thank you enough for. Obviously, it starts at the top with Rav Chayayev Shalita. The Avrichim will understand what I mean when I say that Rav Chayayev is the unique type that he somehow can hide on the Mizrach. I mean, even when he's in front of everybody, you don't quite get Rabbi Chayayev. There's some Esh Kodesh, which is within him, which is igniting our Kehillah, and therefore, Rosh v'Rishon lechol davar shebekdusha, we have to give Hakarat HaTov, Ramat Mara De'atra. It's his vision, and I believe very much it's his zchuyot that we all have to thank for occasions like this.
Thank you, Rabbi.
And the same goes for the remarkable Tomchei Torah, those who, I don't even know, again, who are the supporters. I know Menashe runs around. Hazaku Baruch Terbi Menashe. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should pay you 1,000 alfei alafim for this zchut. Shalom Bayit Nachat from the children of Hashem. That's the number one thing that's on Terbi Menashe's mind, like all of us. So even though it's inadequate, I had to take the opportunity to give a little bit of Hakarat HaTov. But the other reason why I jumped up is because it's a rare zechut, a rare chance. We don't get together enough. And this is the first time that we have the Neshei Hayil with us. And I wanted to just share a few ideas, which is really one, with the Neshei Hayil. When I told people, when I first joined the kollel, who is in this kollel? People had no idea what I was talking about. They could not understand. There's not a thing that exists like this. You have people that were working, that had jobs, which means that when they got married, their arrangement with their wife was going to be that they would be the ones working. and now they are sitting and studying Torah. That is only possible if it's a team. And therefore the Neshei Hayim that are sitting here this evening deserve even more credit than people that bought into this from the start. And there's really 1.5 things I wanted to share. One is a story, and one is a dream. I remember reading not so long ago about a neighborhood in East New York. Maybe somebody here has some apartments there, I don't know, but there aren't many Jews left in East New York from what I understand. But there used to be many Gedolim living in East New York. There you go. One of the Gedolim was Rav Pam. It's appropriate that this kollel, which has benefited so much from the Talmidim of Torah V'Da'at in the past couple of years, want to share with you an idea from Rav Pam. Benjamin. So
East New York, the rabbi of East New York.
There was a wedding not so many years ago, and a lot of the old East New York Chevra was sitting at the wedding. And at the women's tables, so they saw there were people that had raised their families in East New York, and they were there with their daughters, their granddaughters. And one of the granddaughters approaches the table of the Babas, and Rebbetzin Pam turns to this young lady, and she says, "Who are you, and what do you do?" Listen please closely. The granddaughter who had graduated college, for a moment she had a look of shame on her face when Rebbetzin Pam asked her, "What do you do?" And a little bit of a whisper, she said she's a computer programmer. And she was a little bit embarrassed to admit to a Rabbanit Hashuvan that she's not in teaching. She's not a Mora. And Rebbetzin Pam understood in 1 second why this girl felt the way she felt. She's not in Harbatzat Torah. She's not spreading Torah, she thinks. She doesn't want to admit that to the Rebbetzin. And Rebbetzin Pam said like this: "Do you know what I did so that my husband, the Rosh Hashiva of Pam, could teach his Torah? I taught him public school. And every Friday, my husband did the shopping. One of the Gedolim, Rav Pam, and he would come back holding the shopping bags so that his wife would pull up into the driveway 30 minutes before candlelighting. And Rebbetzin Pam said, there is no shame. You are supporting Torah. You are enabling your husband to study and be marbitz Torah. Everybody has a different arrangement of how they are able to make it through the kollel. And I just shared with you the story, but I wanted to share with you a moment of vulnerability, a dream that I had. But it's not a dream that I had when I was sleeping. It's kind of like a daydream. We just zocher to have 2 months of Adar this year. 2 months as we approach Chodesh Geulah, Chodesh Nisan. It's a time to think about Mashiach. And I once was wondering, I can't wait to see that final banquet at the end of time when HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he shechs the Yetzer Haram, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes revenge against all the Sonei Yisrael, all the enemies. HaKadosh Baruch Hu puts them in their place once and for all. And when everything is quiet, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to invite us to a tremendous, tremendous banquet in my mind. And at that banquet, there's going to be many, many honorees. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to bring out all of the heroes that were with Klal Yisrael, that supported Klal Yisrael, that led us, and that kept us connected to Torah. And I imagine in my head, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to bring out the Tanaim, and they're going to, probably I imagine the accompaniment is going to be Yesh Mechitza, Yesh Mesiba. Can't get better than that. And as the Tanaim walk out with tremendous Kavod Torah, the music is going to be amazing, the Kavod Torah. And then HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to call it the Amoraim, the sages of the Gemara. And we're going to see them regal, shining with Kiddusha. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to call on the Parnasim, the philanthropists, the ones who donated their hard-earned money. They're going to walk out together to tremendous music and kavod. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to call out the Rebbes, the ones who donated their lives to teach others. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to call out the Moras. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to call out the Chayalim, the ones who literally stared death in the face on behalf of Klal Yisrael. And then, in my head, it's going to be, of course, B'derech Tzanua, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to call out HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to call out the Kolel wives. Starting with Rachel Imenu, it says, Masechet Yoma, Avraham Zaken Yoshev Yeshiva. Avraham Avinu was in learning his whole life. He was in yeshiva forever. Yitzhak Zaken Yoshev Yeshiva. Yaakov, Rachel is going to walk out with her daughter-in-law. Rivka, who sent her son to learn in yeshiva 14 years, she didn't see him. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to call out these women who accepted upon themselves both Be'etzev Teldi Panim and Bezeit Apecha. We know that as so many of the men in this Kehillah do work and dedicate themselves to support their families and honor their commitments that they signed in the Ketubah. But every now and then you have a woman who voluntarily takes upon herself that responsibility. And she allows her husband to dedicate Yamim Velilot to Limud HaTorah. And Bezrat Hashem Rabotai, we look forward to that day. And to be Messiah in the way that I started, I want to let you know that every single day, when I leave this Makom Torah, whether I remember to say the proper words or not, I turn around to where I sit. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you for letting me sit here today and work with the Chavuta through a Beit Yosef, and to work with the Chavuta through a Shach that's a page long, not once, not twice, but until we got it. Thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If it has to end tomorrow, I thank you for it had until now. But please, Hashem, and let me come back tomorrow. I want to learn more. I want to learn more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Machalav. Thank you so much, Avi Menashe. Thank you so much, Tomchim Kidoshim. Thank you so much to those who so willingly and enthusiastically donate towards the Kollel. I can never, ever thank you for everything that you've done for us.